But anyways, Gachiakuta time, right, Greg?
Yeah. Gachiakuta, episode 16.
How are you feeling about this one? This episode was a little slow, but I enjoyed the arguments that the adults have. It made me laugh.
This is what I was saying before in terms of them like reiterating stuff that doesn't need to be reiterated and using up valuable screen time to do that exact thing. And we already talked about this in a previous podcast where it is a shonen, and I just feel like you don't need to explain this shit to me because I could use my own brain to kind of figure out what fucking Jabber's claws do. You don't have to take like 10 minutes to explain it again because you already explained it in like episode 4 or 5. But yeah, we get another exposition on what each finger of Jabber's claws do, and it kind of annoyed me.
I agree. Yeah, we just didn't need this much exposition in this episode, but it did get to some amount of fighting, and I think that we see the limits of some of these characters, and they wrap up one of the fights really fast, and I'm cool with that. Usually these fights, you know, like Bleach will last 2 episodes per fight, 3 episodes per fight.
Episode 16.
Let's rip.
Manhole Girl is scoping out all of the matchups and taking notes, and she opens one of the portals and says, "Why would he tell him that? ... And then I have a note here that says we find out later it's Bundus's conversation with Bro. Not really a spoiler, but let's just get that out of the way. Cuts to Bundus, Deer, and Bro. And Bro is like, "Deer, you can't glare at your enemies like that. You're going to get wrinkles when you're older, and then you'll need plastic surgery like Oshibu." Deer looks at Bro, and he's like, "I know that look. You're wondering how it ended up like this when we just went to get something to eat." And Bro is like, "Well, you're the one that jumped into the hole, and you've been worried about Rudo." Deer makes an aggravated face, and Bro is like, "Oh shit, sorry. I forgot you were sensitive about that."
I don't know why I took 0 screenshots of Deer.
That's okay.
His facial expressions are hilarious in this episode.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're
my
good.
bad.
Bundus is like, "You guys got a silly dynamic. Is that your kid?" And Bro is like, "Pretty much. Not by blood, though." And he says he hopes they can get out of here soon because Deer is getting sleepy. Bundus is like, "Oh, your name is Deer. Can I call you Deer Boy?" And Deer makes a disgusted face. And he's like, damn, guess not. And he says he's still the age where the brattiness is cute. He asks Bro how old he is, and Bro says he turned 10 last month, September 17th. And Bundus is like, "Oh shit, that's close to my birthday. I'm the 19th. And Bro is like, "Oh damn, that means you got older too." And Bundus is like, "Damn, you're making me feel ancient." And they just have a good old ancient guy ribbing of each other and fucking.
This is like me and you talking, Greg. Like, "You fucking ancient old bitch," and you're like, "Dad, same, dude, same."
Yeah, and then you ice me.
Yeah. Wait, somebody got iced on New Year's. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Poor guy.
Bro is like, "Damn, look at us old guys chat." And Deer chuckles. And Brew is like, "Well, Bundus, what's your story? You don't seem hostile." Bundus is like, "I'm here on Zodal's orders, but there are other things I'm after personally too." And Bro is like, "Sick. Can we skip fighting and just work on that stuff instead?" And Bundus says defeating them will get him one of those things. Deer tugs at Bro's sleeve, and there's a little robotic finger hopping around. And Bundus is like, "I want information." And then vital instruments and more little fingers come out of his little shouldered armor plate. And he says, "If you give me info, then I'll tell you what happens if you lose to us." Bundus is like, "Tell me all about Corvus." Cuts to the cleaner HQ, and Corvus is there with an eye tattoo on the back of his head. And it moves when Semiyu walks in the room. And she says, "Emergency! Rudo and the child team got taken by the raiders, and Gris wants more personnel to go look for them." Corvus sips his tea, and Semiyu is like, "Man, I wish you would wear your choker so we could get in touch with you quickly." Corvus is like, okay. Round up anyone that's free, and he will figure out where they are. And he happens to know a great information broker. And then I have a note that says, I wonder who that is, because I don't fucking know.
Same.
And I wonder what his vital instrument is and why that eye on the back of his head fucking moves around.
It's going to be 6 eyes.
Maybe it was a tattoo from Graffiti Town, and he has the third eye in the back of his head.
Eye of Agamotto.
Yup.
I just made so many different references to eyes.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Thank you.
Cuts to Bundus and Bro is like, "Well, I'm not going to tell you anything that will put us at a disadvantage. And Bundis is like, I'm just asking out of my own curiosity. And nothing he tells them will get back to the Raiders. And it's a simple exchange between him and Bro. Bundis is like, okay, well, what's his favorite food? And Bro is taken aback. But he's like, sweet stuff, I guess. Then he's like, well, what's his favorite drink? And Bro is like, I know that one. His favorite drink is Gamersups. And you can go to gamersups.gg and save 10% off, just like Corvus did by using the promo code DJ Montague at checkout. And you can get limited edition flavors like Santa's Big Flopper and Corvus's Third Eye. Also save 10% when you visit gamersups.gg and use DJ Montague at checkout.
I mean, I was going to use Corvus's neck sweat tattoo.
Nice, you can
or
use that.
neck tattoo sweat.
Okay,
that's what I was going to use. That's a flavor that only the ladies will like.
I like it. It's one of my favorite.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, everybody likes it then. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay. For Gamersups' sake, there is no Santa Donger flavor, and there's no sweat neck. Brown eye
next
flavor
there's no neck sweat
or whatever. But yeah, so he doesn't ask what his favorite drink is. It's not Gamersups. He asks him how old Corvus is, and Bro was like, no one ever mentioned it. What does he do for fun? And Bro was like, I've actually never seen him have fun. How long has he been with the cleaners? And Bro was like, man, I don't fucking know. Have you seen him use his vital instrument? And he's like, nope. Bro was like, damn, all this stuff he's asking is boring as fuck. And Deer is getting restless. And he's like, man, listen, I literally fucking don't know anything about him. Bundis is like, okay, my turn. If you lose, we're going to serve you up to a trash beast. And the Raiders have cultivated a few trash beasts.
Which is new, because we've never known them to be able to do that.
Correct.
So nobody said that we've cultivated, created, or captured trash beasts. Only givers have been killing trash beasts.
Trash beasts were created, quote unquote, naturally and not artificially created like this.
Through cursed energy, for sure.
But Bro was like, oh shit, he gave us important info for free. And he's like, I feel like I understand Corvus now. And breaks down that Corvus hides his true self from his comrade.
True.
Cuts to Jabber, and he's like, hey Zonka, you and me are the same. When we fight and we still can't win, that's when we feel most alive. And you're someone other than the boss that can beat my ass. Beat it good. Zonka,
beat it in.
Just let it all hang out, my man. Pretend you're Santa and just lop it out. And show me that brutality you've been hiding.
Yo, show me that staff. Use your vital instrument. Grip it with both hands.
Zonka has a defeated look in his eye and thinks he's running out of ideas. Cuts to Zodal, thinking that the type of trash that falls from the sphere means that it's a place of abundance. And he says that living things are mysterious, changing to adapt to their environment. And sometimes the trash being the remains of species never seen on the ground. But if I'm from the ground and you're from the sphere, Rudo, why do we have the same look in our eyes? He continues and says that Jabber said they both smell the same, and that's what made him want to meet Rudo for himself. Rudo is like, fuck you, man. If you want to include me in some weird-ass plan to take down the sphere, you could have just talked to me like a normal person, and don't pretend like we're the same, but drag the other cleaners into this. Zodal thinks, what is normal? Then tells Rudo that there are groundlings who see the falling trash from the sphere and worship it as blessings from heaven, and demand other people see it that way too, as it shows trash crashing on a bunch of worshippers and children.
There's a guy who has his head fully on the ground, and he gets impaled. Brains everywhere. He is super dead. And then the trash is hitting people. Dude, Spherite, you guys are so cool up there. Trickle down economics? And they're like, sure got it, bud. Here's this fucking pillar. And then they fucking throw it off the side. And dude's like, yo, Devin got a fucking 2x4 to the skull. Maybe I'll get one. Give me. And then they just fucking die.
He continues and says that it may seem strange to outsiders, but when it's all you know, it seems normal. And then it becomes common sense. And to fight against it becomes heresy. And Rudo has a flashback to the sphere and being strung up and sent to the ground. He says common sense can be good, but if it's designed by the corrupt, it's a poison. And you'll never know who has been poisoned unless it comes up. But there's a way to snap them out of it instantly. And that's a shock to their system. And then he eats a cockroach. Somehow not the legs. He puts it in his mouth, but then the legs fall on the ground. So I don't know how he did that.
At least one leg fell on the ground. The whole, like, the shock value, I think is like the dynamic between the 3 different levels. And furthermore, now a 4th level where people worship the sphere. Like, look at it this way. You have the spherites, which are split into 2 different groups. You have the wealthy and the impoverished. Now, the impoverished spherites are still considered above what is on the ground. And then you have the ground, which is like the people that are just trying to survive, and then the people that are worshiping trash and worshiping the sphere. It's a full circle. It's insane that you have these different dynamics. Like, look at Rudo. Rudo was like a second-class citizen in the richest area in the world. Then you have below, which is like the hierarchy of whatever in this world, where people are like, we clean up trash and kill trash beasts. And while they seem cool, these are literal, like, this is like when you're a kid and someone's like, dude, why would you want to be a trash guy? Like, cleaning up trash all fucking day and like standing on the back of the thing. It's like the middle class looking down on those people. And then those people are like looking down on the homeless. Why would you want to be homeless? Why would you want to like travel around and just like not have anywhere to go? It's like capital owners turning people against each other so that they don't attack the capital owners. Zodal looks at Rudo like he is part of the sphere. Rudo looks at Zodal like almost like he's even with him in terms of hierarchy, because he does come from shit. Zodal doesn't know that. They come from basically the same idea that the sphere shits down the poor half's throat. And so Zodal looks at him like, oh, you were probably way too privileged. You had so much given to you. You have no idea what it was like to live in this filth our whole lives.
I mean, Zodal said that they have the same eyes, so I thought Zodal was looking at him not like that.
Before that, he did not think that this... Like, before Jabber went to him and told him, hey, you guys have the same smell, and you guys have really similar mannerisms. Like, you need to talk to him. I'm imagining everyone's like, oh, a spherite came down here? Dude, they're probably fucking loaded. We should get their clothes and kill them. Not knowing Rudo also comes from that similar nature of where they come from.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that in the beginning with the traffickers or whatever, shackling up Rudo and saying all that stuff.
Yes.
I don't, like, Zodal is still kind of like an enigma where I don't know if he feels that way. I don't know if he's saying this stuff, you know, as some like 9D chess play. Like, I don't exactly know what he believes, and I think it's designed that way where Zodal is kind of this like black box. Like, he says shit, but is what he's saying true? Does he actually believe this? Like, how does he really feel? And in the later episodes, like, he maintains that even within the Raiders, like, the Raiders are just like, I don't fucking know, this guy just pays me to do shit, so I guess I won't ask any questions.
I think that a lot of the Raiders end up becoming what is considered like anti-heroes in the literary sense. They're not exactly like the good guys, but they're there to fight against what we will ultimately see as the bad guys. And for right now, it's like Gaara in Naruto. Like, in the beginning, Gaara was, oh my god, this kid's from the Sand Village, and he looks like a fucking psycho. And then you get going, and you're like, Gaara's the best character ever. He's, like, awesome. And then becomes, like, a massive help to Naruto.
Well, I mean,
over the course
in the beginning, he was a psycho. Not because he was from the Sand Village.
He gets his anti-hero tendencies. And, like, okay, who is the other one that Naruto fights? Neji is also a kid that goes to Konoha and is, like, in the same village. But Neji is almost billed as this, like, next to Naruto, but doesn't like Naruto for whatever reason. I mean, a lot of characters are like that. I think that Zodal and the Raiders will be like that. They're fighting now, but I feel like eventually they have to put down their arms and fight with each other for the ground.
I think the other Raiders, not Zodal.
Okay. You think Zodal's just going to be like, all right, well, you guys were all a device for me to get my Love Ents doll finally thrown down from the sphere to be with me forever. I've been waiting for it.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly where I was gonna go.
Garo was crazy because he couldn't sleep because Shikaku would take control. I forgot about that.
He says the shocks are useful, like when he fought Jabber and he unlocked his powers. And then he says the one Jabber is fighting now might also have something within that will be drawn out, or perhaps the shock will be too intense. Cuts to Jabber and Zonka starting their fight. And Zonka is like, here we go again. Another fucking genius against mediocre shit-ass me. No way I can beat this dude, but that's why it makes it worth doing. They start the fight, then Jabber goes Street Fighter 6 Rashid level 2 super, and Zonka is forced to block and gets mixed with the overhead, and Jabber goes for the kill, but Zonka stops his claws with his mouth and says he isn't done yet.
Which is crazy. Literally made my teeth chatter and hurt.
Or like chewing tinfoil.
No, I mean, like that's not so bad. But like, for real.
Unless you were like Paul Wall and you're chewing on aluminum foil with your grill.
Yeah, that's what's up. 30 down at the bottom, 30 more at the top. In little ice cube blocks, as they say.
What you looking at?
Let me see your grill. You want to see my what?
You want to see my what?
Anyway, sorry, friends. I love this episode.
You didn't even say anything about my Street Fighter 6 analogy either.
No, I was shocked because of how accurate it was. You nailed that shit, dude.
So Zonka stops his claw with his mouth and says he isn't done yet and has a flashback to a white-haired girl with a sword and then breaks Jabber's ribs. It looks like Zonka has the upper hand, but Jabber is able to swipe him with his left claw. Then Jabber expositions about his poisons again, and then he stabs him with his right claw that has the neurotoxin. And that is how episode 16 ends.
Mm-hmm. Let me catch up on our screenshots here, friends, so you can see. This is where Zonka's doing flips and shit, and then dolphins are splashing, getting everybody all wet. But this ain't SeaWorld. This is as real as it gets. We're on a Jabber-colored boat, don't you ever forget. And then he gets stabbed.
Yep.
You're welcome. Fuck. That was good. I'm really happy with this episode. Greg, welcome back.
Yep, I'm here.
You make it sound so sad when you had, like, the best time.
This is me.
I'm here. I'm just fucking here, dude.
I never left.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to say about Gachiakuta before we go?
That's it.
Okay, well, I think that the Zonka Jabber fight is kind of, like I said, I hope it's over, but you've already spoiled that it's not. Thanks, Greg.
I mean, it kind of is, but
when he gets his leg slashed, I'm like, what? Like that? Shouldn't his leg be like burning from the inside because it has the 3? But I don't know. Maybe he just got slashed with one of the fingers. That
after he got slashed, he obviously was on the ground, clutching his leg in the fetal position.
That has to be one of the most painful experiences.
I will give them a little bit of credit here because how they end the fight, I think, was not how viewers expected it to go.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm assuming Zonka's not dead, but this could very well start going JJK real quick, where they just are often characters.
You remember, it's still a shonen, nobody dies.
I know.
Unless you worship the sphere and then you get hit with like a 2x4 with a nail in it.
And yeah. Or you're the guy that likes to steal people and then you get chopped up into many, many different pieces, but still kept alive long enough to be like, ow, this hurts a lot.
You just get Leonardo DiCaprio Gangs of New York fish hooked.
Yes. What a great movie.
Yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this wild AI-filled donger ride. Check out itAesthetics.com for your anime streetwear needs. And use promo code TABSY10 at checkout for 10% off of your entire order, or TABSY5 for $5 off stacking coupon on other discounts. Gamersups.gg. Use promo code DJ Montague at checkout for 10% off of your entire order of everything caffeinated or non-caffeinated, or snacks, or noodles, or teas, or canned beverages.
A great multitude of things.
Yeah, they got shirts,
or
mouse pads, cups.
Dude, they're gonna have a Love Ents doll.
Yeah,
soon,
yeah,
100%. 100%.
And it's just filled with gamer subs. Like, you're just getting gamer subs. Like,
yeah, you're getting. God damn it, Greg, that's so genius. You're like, I'm gonna go down on my doll and get gamer subs in the face.
Yeah.
Splashback.
And then it'll give you energy to do it again.
Greg, you are on.
And then
something.
any that,
You are-
splashes on the floor, your other like dumber moving screen robot will clean it up for you. What am I doing again?
I thought you were gonna go somewhere different. I thought you were gonna go somewhere insane with that, Greg.
No,
I thought you were gonna go somewhere super insane.
No, I'm just
like we already went to insane territory.
I'm just being completely normal.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, check
for
us out.
checking us out.
Check us
on
out
Spotify,
on Spotify,
right?
YouTube, Instagram at the Anime Book Club Podcast. Look at our faces anytime at the Anime Book Club.com. I'm sure I'm forgetting something.
YouTube, Anime Book Club, website, theanimebookclub.com. Yeah, make sure you actually watch our faces for this episode. Like, if you just listen to this episode and you need to go back and like watch it, because I made a lot of faces that are horrifying, and you can do that too and embrace it with me, because like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, don't miss the part with his O face from his Love Sense robot.
I'm gonna see if I can find it in the episode so I can really.
Do you have a moral for us?
I do. Let kids be kids. Let adults be adults. But also remember to be a kid as an adult. Don't forget about the things you enjoyed and indulge in what makes you happy. Happiness is created from within. Don't use other people to create your happiness, because then if they're like not available or, they leave you, that got way darker than I anticipated or intended. What I mean is create your own happiness and you'll never, ever be sad. You're welcome.
DJ Montague, say the thing.
Oh, I have to do it?
I forgot.
Oh, it's because I'm sick and I have the deep voice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. 100%.
So after I say it, you have to say it, Greg.
Okay.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, goodbye. Now you do it, Greg.
Goodbye.
Thank you, friends, for checking out the Anime Book Club podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
And if you don't want to miss the next one, follow us on the socials where we announce new episodes, content, and other cool stuff. You can also check out our anime list with our rankings and follow along with what we're currently watching and what we have watched in the past.
All the links are in the description. See you in the next one. Bye!